Hey friends, welcome back to the Data Crunch podcast. I'm your host Vadym, and today we're tackling a question most data teams mutter under their breath. How do we stop rewriting the same query a dozen different ways and start building a SQL library everyone can trust? Today we dig into the chaos and the cure. And joining me today is Helen, our head of customer success here at OWOX. Helen, welcome back. Are there any fun SQL deja vu moments to set the stage?
Thanks, Vadym. Always happy to be here. Hi, everyone. Well, last week I opened a shared folder and, no joke, found 6 files called Revenue Final Version 3 SQL. Like, same folder, totally different numbers. I mean, classic Tuesday, right?
Yeah, that's right. That is the chaos, and I'm really glad we're here to break this down today and, more importantly, help you fix it and help our listeners fix it. But before we dive into the guts of the SQL libraries, a quick reminder to our listeners. If you like practical stories with a side of analytics therapy, hit subscribe button on the YouTube or your favorite podcast app. We drop new episodes every Thursday, and we always bring the good stuff. Also, feel free to share topics or questions that interest you in the comments. We might even choose your suggestions for the future podcast episode. So, to set the scene, I keep hearing people say, yeah, SQL libraries sounds cool, but it isn't that a bunch of overhead? Helen, let's explore what a SQL library really is and why on earth everyone should bother instead of just slapping queries into dashboards.
Yeah, great question, and honestly a super useful one. Well, think of a SQL library as giving your analysts logic, a brain, and a memory. So without this library, you are stuck in a Groundhog Day reporting. Every new request causes another copy-paste query, numbers drift, and dashboards disagree like siblings on a road trip.
Yeah, and when the CFO asks which number is the real revenue, the room suddenly goes very quiet. All right, let's talk pain points. What problems do teams face when they don't have this in place?
Well, the first one, logic drift. One tiny tweak in a copied query and rows jumps 20% for no reason. The other one is maintenance nightmare. Fixing a metric means crawling through 10 dashboards you forget existed even. And the biggest consequence, trust evaporates. Once people find one mismatch, every report looks like suspect.
Yeah, that is brutal. And I imagine it also burns out the analysts who have to answer the same metric questions 17 times.
Yep. They become bottlenecks instead of enablers. It's frustrating for everyone.
Yeah, totally. Let's bust a quick myth while we're here on this topic. I think some people assume a SQL library slows you down or makes you less agile. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is a big misconception. A good SQL library is a speed enabler, not a blocker. When done right, it acts like Lego blocks. Like you're not reinventing the wheel every time, you're assembling trusted pieces faster. The other myth I heard about, only data engineers care. Sorry, analysts, marketers, product managers, everyone benefits when definitions stay consistent.
Yeah, I love that you also busted another myth right away. Now, quick story time. Could you share a real world story where a library, or a lack of one, made all the difference?
Sure, I think I have a story in mind. So one retailer had 400 ad hoc queries floating around, and we collapsed them into 25 clean data marts. As the result, 40% drop in ad hoc tasks, onboarding a new analyst shrunk from 3 weeks to 3 days, because the knowledge finally lived in the code, not someone's head.
Wow, 3 weeks to 3 days. That's really impressive. Now, before we dive into the best practice tips, let's talk about tools for a sec. So, what should people actually look at when they want to build and manage a solid SQL library?
Yeah, sure thing. First, I'd say dbt. It's great for modular SQL and documentation. You can build models, reuse code, and even write tests. The downside, it takes some setup, and your analyst might need a crash course in Ninja first. The second one is GitHub plus Actions for version control and collaboration. It's great for keeping on track who broke what and when, but it won't hold your hand. No SQL templating, no dependencies, just good old code reviews. The third one, Metabase models or Looker PDTs if you are BI first. It's perfect option if your team lives inside dashboards. Quick to build and easy to explain, but don't expect much in terms of versioning or complex logic. It's like fast food for data modeling.
Okay, got it. And what about Dataform? Is that on the list?
Yeah, Dataform also worth checking out for SQL workflows. It feels like dbt's friendlier cousin with the nice UI and smooth BigQuery vibes. Still, it's not as flexible as you like, and you may outgrow it if things go too custom. And yeah, another one, like the last but not the least, our new shiny OWOX BI data Marts on GitHub. You can already find a number of connectors to help you get your data from popular advertising platforms, and soon a data mart library, not just for analysts, but for marketers, product, and anyone who lives in data.
Yeah, that's a great list of tools right there. Quick, useful, to the point, as we love it. And I'm wondering, are there any common pitfalls people should watch out for?
Yeah, sure. There are a couple I can share based on my own experience. First is over engineering on day one. Like fancy DAGs are cool, but honestly, start with naming conventions. The second one, no ownership. A library without code owners is the public gym, like mess everywhere. And the third is ignoring usage metrics. If a Mart isn't queried in, let's say, 90 days, archive it instead of letting it rot.
I see. Great. Well, perhaps some of you have recognized these pitfalls and can improve next time. All right, Helen, let's land the plane with some practical tips. What are your best practices for building a SQL library that doesn't become a mess?
Sure, here are 5 to keep handy. Start small. Tackle your top 5 metrics first. Name things clearly. No cryptic abbreviation. Your future self will thank you. Document everything. Even it feels obvious now, it won't in 6 months. Use folders and tags, organized by subject, area, or team, whatever, and review regularly. Set a calendar reminder to prune or update logic.
Thank you, Helen. This is great stuff. And if you're listening and thinking, wow, we need that, then here's the deal. If you want hands-on experience with a platform that keeps your data versioned, tested, and explorable, head over to OWOX.com and start using OWOX for free. Get your models, transformations, and automated reporting under control. No credit card needed. And if you're eager to jump straight into ready-made SQL, grab OWOX Data Marts on GitHub, copy, tweak, deploy, instant clarity for marketing, product, and any data analytics. Link is in the description below.
Yeah, so here is the key takeaway. The reusable SQL library turns chaos into clarity. You get speed and consistency, no more choosing one and praying. Start small, stay organized, and remember, you don't need perfection, you need visibility. A solid SQL library gets you there.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Subscribe, leave us a comment, and share your best duplicate query thriller story. Catch you guys next week on the Data Crunch podcast. Bye for now.